Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there. A big one.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side, the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. That's out wide here for Robinson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw on second down, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run with Robinson. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Robinson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down.
Powell, 3rd and goal. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Darnell Washington with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd down throw for Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Howell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
2nd and 10. Samuel going to go in motion right. flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, Howe loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Now Howe. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And once more, Howe back to the air. Checks this one down to Robinson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Howe to the air on 1st and 10. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And that one complete to Hodgins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he goes out right around the 39. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Jones looking to change the play. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The tight end in motion right. A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jones on first down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Deron Payne in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Hodgins in motion. Jones now. Off play action. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now throwing on first down here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down. Howell now. He's got him in. Complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now we're throwing. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell back to pass. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Howell throwing on third down here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The end result, 21 yards. Up the middle with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning for him.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Got to find line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Now they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The sack cost them only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Robinson on a give right side. He takes this for 3 to the 29. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quan Martin. Down to the 10. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing Jones. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer. Yeah, he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And McLaurin, the motion man right. First down, Howell to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second down.
Robinson up the middle, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 51 yards. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
In it to win, let's go! Okay.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end, Waller. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. An injury stoppage, and it looks like, yeah, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. Darren Waller. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Taylor. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley from a yard out. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Taylor going to lead his guys up to go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Taylor going to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to throw, Howell. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Taylor. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Powerful running. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still Barkley hit and the ball pops free. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And now here is another interception. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That one downfield for Dotson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now he'll look to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he's going to go down. They get Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Oh, God, I can't believe what I watched.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down. Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. On 1st down, Howell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are right back in this football game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And running with power here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. He will have the 1st down and a bit more. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 50 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Jones throwing for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Howell. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My jersey.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
I want to see points at the end of this drive.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 107 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down. Throwing, Jones. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. Down the right sideline. Touchdown. Darren Waller, 64 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. This one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
The score, Commanders 58.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Jones wants to change it up. Now Jones to throw on second down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over. But give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second down throw for Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 25 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other